This episode of the show sponsored Just Kidding.
Let's get funky. Good morning, sports racers. From the Iowa City Yacht Club, we're KMN Spaceship, and you're watching the show with Zefrank.
Getting funky at the Iowa City Yacht Club, the legacy of the Godfather. Yesterday was a travel day, and I'm in San Francisco, California, home of San Francisco, California, and today is Ride the Fire Eagle Danger Day. The most important news first, the new scientist reports that exposure to lotions and shampoos containing lavender and tea tree oil caused 3 young boys to develop breast tissue. Recap, science says girly things make boys grow titties. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released its report this week, and good news, it's not as bad as we thought. Just kidding, it's worse. Scientists said that temperatures and sea levels will rise faster than previously predicted, and warned that this would cause them to release even more complicated charts and graphs. Testimony at a congressional hearing earlier this week included a survey that said that hundreds of governmental climate scientists had been pressured to downplay the climate threat. Since the president's State of the Union address, in which he acknowledged global warming, this is no longer an issue. Just kidding, want to make 10,000 the easy way? The Guardian reports that the ExxonMobil-funded American Enterprise Institute has offered scientists $10,000 to emphasize the shortcomings of the recent UN climate report. More than 20 of the institute's staff members have worked as consultants for the Bush administration. Outsource the pressure. But just in case to hedge its bet, the U.S. administration said that it would be asking scientists to look into some new technologies, specifically giant space mirrors and reflective dust to block out some of the Earth's sunlight. Just kidding, that's silly. Just kidding, it's true. Good news in Iraq this week, at least conceptually. You've probably heard this, but it's worth repeating. This week, the president solved the famous philosophical quandary, is the glass half full or is it half empty? The president solved the riddle when he referred to Vice President Cheney as a half glass full kind of guy. Half full, half empty, doesn't matter, just use a smaller glass. Why is this important? General Casey showed he understood during yesterday's confirmation hearings. Casey showed some half glass full optimism when he said that the job in Iraq could be done with only 2 brigades instead of the 5 that President Bush is sending. When asked about his view of how things were going, Casey said, quote, "I actually don't see it as slow failure. I actually see it as slow progress. Success, failure, it doesn't matter as long as you point out that it's slow." After a pretty good year, Senator Biden announced his candidacy this Wednesday and proved that he could make lemons out of lemonade. Biden referred to fellow candidate Barack Obama as, quote, "the first mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice-looking guy." The statement was seen as politically damaging, although Biden said that it was taken out of context. The statement was apparently made during a say something only a total freaking moron would say contest. Showing he could roll with the punches, however, Biden announced his new campaign slogan, WAC, and promised he would do a white, articulate, and clean job if elected. He added that he was confident that the country was ready for a whack job kind of president. And nothing else happened this week. Unless you count the hundreds of emails I got telling me about the birth of a brand new giant baby. Don't worry, that's just a normal giant baby, but we still need lots more power moves. We also need a bunch more photos and videos for the Video for Ray project. For info on how to help, check out the link in the sidebar. And go to the ORG and look for projects labeled V4R. Have a great weekend. This is Zefrank. Think and see, don't have